Hello everybody, welcome to NJcaligardener Family. I am NJcaligardener, and today we have little NJ, our supervisor here. He is chilling out with us today with his layers on. It's a little bit windy out here, guys. He's wanted to show, wanted to show us something? He wants to show us our Oawri Satsuma. What's going on with it? We have not really paid attention to it. We fed it once, a couple of times, but we gotta really show you guys what's going on. Let's take a look. So my supervisor told me today we had to feed our Oawri Satsuma. The Oawri Satsuma mandarin orange as well as what this my supervisor just took his socks off, y'all. He look what he just did. Sir, you hot?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, y'all. I gotta get that up. Like, NJ ain't gonna be upset because well, not really. She told me if he take his socks off, he get hot. Well, he just out doing his own. Anyway, the thing is, the mandarin orange, guys, is one of the popular oranges out there, an easy tree to grow. This mandarin orange is well known. Is a Oawri Satsuma variety. There's many mandarin oranges, and I like this variety of Satsuma, but I want to get another variety called the honey mandarin, but that's in the near future. Okay, guys, we're not purchasing any trees, okay, as far as I know. Okay, right now we're gonna keep what we have, but so what I need to do, because I see that the fruit wasn't growing as it should. Okay, and this one look like is, you know, it's gonna fall off. We have about like 6 of them, so I'm going to feed it a fruit tree fertilizer granular feed. And it's okay, so I want to just make this clear to you guys, and I might do another video coming soon, but I want to make sure that you understand something, that granular and powder are two different forms. Granular, okay, now this is a mixed variety of the fruit tree fertilizer of Dr. Earth and the Kellogg's fruit tree fertilizer, but this is a granular. Okay, you see that right here, you can see a little bit of it, and then on my finger right there, that's powder. I'm gonna show you a little bit better with the granular. This is granular. Okay, it's more rocky pebble form than a powder form. Okay, for those who are wondering. Now, you don't want to mix your fruit tree fertilizers together like this. I just did it because I only had a little bit left of the Dr. Earth, and so I'm going to use all of this for this mandarin orange, because it not only need the fertilizer, but it also got to get watered, and it can use some compost for the soil to feed the soil, but we're not going to do that right now. But what we're going to do is feed it the fertilizer, and I'm going to also give it Ultra Bloom, which is also great for all your citrus and fruit trees as well, and flowers, to get more flower production going, for more fruit for next year in the month of March. What's going to happen with this tree is, so if it starts to bud, new flower buds around March, okay, with this variety here in the Central Valley Zone 9B where I'm located. Now it may bud out on some flowers a little bit earlier, depending on what climate and zone you are in. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna feed it that, and as you can see, the more leaf growth you have, okay, the better. So I'm going to also give it some blood meal, a little bit of blood meal too, as well. All right. So let's go ahead and feed it. Now I removed the mulch, okay, and I'm not gonna measure anything, okay. Usually you want to measure, no matter what, growing in containers or in the ground. Y'all already know I like to take a risk and try, you know, different things, but you want to measure, especially when you're doing a foliar feeding fertilizer tea. That is, there's no exception with that. But when you feed it in containers, guys, your fruit trees, vegetables, you have to feed it once a month. When it comes to this, around this season, with your fruit trees, you only get half of the fertilizer. You don't want to overdo it. But I have not fed my citrus tree at all for the last I believe 3 months or so. So it's overdue. That's why I'm doing it right now. And so usually in September through, August through the beginning of October, which I found out recently, you want to feed your fruit trees, especially when it comes to citrus. You want to feed. You have a certain time from August to September, August to October, beginning of October, to feed them. Now, that's only recommended when they're in the ground. But when they're in the containers, you have to do it once a month, okay, or a month and a half. 4 weeks or 6 weeks, which is 1 month is 4 weeks, 1 month is 6 weeks, okay? Now, you can also use banana peels, coffee grinds, eggshells, that's fine. If you want to be extremely organic and you don't have no fertilizers at home, you can use that. You can also use a banana peel tea, which is steeped with banana peels in a bucket of water. Let it sit there. Or you could have, if you got a banana plant, you could take the leaves that you cut down and let it soak, okay, in a container, a sealed container or barrel, whatever you have, and let it sit there, and that be your potassium for your trees, and they'll have great growth. You can also use weeds. I'm going to show you everything I'm talking about coming soon. So you're going to get a great example of how to feed your fruit trees and vegetables without ground feed, okay? So I've been talking so much. Let me get started. So all I'm going to do is dump it around like that, okay? And I'm going to pour a little bit of our Ultra Bloom. All right, guys, so I poured the fertilizer on top, which was this fertilizer. It was out in this bucket, and then I add the Ultra Bloom, okay? Now, I want you guys to please read the back of the label. Follow the measurements on the back of your label. Do not do this. There's also information about what's in it. When you see this, it said derived from. This is most of the product that is in your fertilizer, okay? And I'm going to do another video coming soon, guys, explaining what I just showed you, because a lot of people have a lot to say about certain fertilizers and why I don't use certain things. But I'm gonna explain that to y'all in an upcoming video. But I want to get this done. So basically, I added this. Please follow the instructions. Again, do not do what I just did when it came to this pouring. Measure out your fertilizer. Remember this, that you only will use half of the fertilizer when grown in containers around the fall, winter months for your citrus tree. You don't want to overdo it. I'm overdoing it because I see that the citrus is a little bit smaller than usual, and I have not watered this tree a lot lately. So I'm going to give it a lot of water and a lot of fertilizer because this tree is hungry. I know it's hungry. Because this is unusual for this tree, so that's why I gave it more than what it needs, okay? So all you need to do now when you add your fertilizer, try not to damage the feeder roots. And you really can't see it, but it'll be sitting like this, okay? Right there. Sir, am I doing a good job? Am I doing a great job today? I'm doing a good job? Yes? Okay, all right. So I'm going to show you how to do this. And let me go get. I had to get the cleaver here. So we'll be right back. I want to show you this. Okay. All right, y'all. So what I'm doing, all I'm going to do now is basically, see my hand here. Is do this around the perimeter. All right, around the tree, not so in the middle, because this is where the feeder roots. Let me back this up a little bit. Okay, so let me get right here. This is where the feeder roots is, like in the middle over here. So be very, very careful when you do this. You want to go at least around the outer perimeter of your tree. Okay, that's where the roots will go. Don't mind the AC right there, y'all. But as you see, but this is all you want to do around the perimeter of the tree. Mostly try to be careful of the feeder roots. If you got to use your hand with your gloves on. Do not have Always have your gloves on when you add in fertilizers or digging in the soil. You don't know what you're going to touch, whether it's in the ground or in containers. Sir, I think he's getting on me, y'all. Anyway, and then all I'm going to do is place the... Y'all hear him? All I'm going to do is place the mulch back, the wood chips back, okay? And so basically, guys, the Oawri Satsuma mandarin orange is a cold, hardy orange. If you live in the northern climates of the East Coast or even the northern climates of the West Coast, this is a great orange, Oawri Satsuma, to grow. Now, the other varieties, you always want to check the back of the label of that tag, because not all mandarin orange are cold hardy. It's maybe cold hardy to your climate, and so it's very important to do that. Okay. Now the next thing we're going to do is water. This Oawri Satsuma is great for our zone 9B here in the Central Valley. It does very well. Most oranges, okay, can take temperatures at night into the mid 20s. And high of 50 degrees, and that's great. But not all citrus are the same, so you gotta be careful. Most citrus trees are basically used to a warm climate, and we're blessed here in the Central Valley of California to grow different varieties of citrus, such as your key limes, your mandarin oranges, your lesbian orange, your areca lemon, your Maya lemon. The Buddhist hand lemon, that's actually just for the zest itself. They say that citrus tree was the first original citrus tree. I'm not sure. I got to do my research on that, but that's just from what they say. Now, there are many varieties of citrus trees that are out there, okay? And they also have your blood oranges, which are from Italy. The Sanguineta blood orange, and the Mora blood orange, and there's one more are the original from Italy, originated from Italy. Okay, so I just want to give you some information about citrus. But the Oawri Satsuma is a nice, sweet, easy to peel orange, and we're blessed to have the sixth fruit that's on this tree, y'all. So that's how what you just saw is basically how you would just apply that fertilizer, and then once you place it in, we're going to water in right now. All right, guys, so next thing you want to do is water in your fertilizer, okay? No matter if you're growing in the ground in containers, one thing you usually do, you can wet the soil first before you add your fertilizer. I did not do that this time, but it's very important to do that. Then you can add your compost, okay? And usually what people don't realize about compost is basically, it does two things. It feeds the soil. Three things actually. It feeds the soil. And then not only that it feeds the soil, guys, it also can be used as a mulch. And it also feeds your tree itself, because that soil is going to absorb all those nutrients and into the root system as well, and it's going to absorb into the bark of the tree, into the branches, into the leaves. It's going to feed your tree, all right, no matter what. All right, they're helping each other out, all right. But what you want to do now is have your water hose, okay, if you're using a water hose, on a low setting, okay, without the nozzle. This is a great way to do this. And then you can add your earthworm castings before you add your water, okay, if I didn't mention that. And then you can add your compost, okay, mix it all in as well if you want. And then add your wood chips, what we're going to do here, all right? Are you all right, sir? You doing good? You doing all right? All right, so then you want to go ahead and place the rest of your wood chips or your mulch you're using, okay, on top. And this is okay, all right, to add a lot of wood chips right now, because right now we're in the fall winter months, all right, and it's very important to layer your tree with mulch. People don't really understand that it's not just about the top layer. You want to have your root system be able to be warm so that the root system won't die, okay? A lot of people always think about the top layer of the tree. That's important, very important. Use frost blankets, use a sheet if you got to, use Christmas, the LED 1960s, 70s Christmas lights if you had to, but you want to make sure, or use your wall as well. But make sure your trees are very, very layered, okay? It's very important. And so as I'm doing this, I'm wetting my tree. I'm watering my tree because I noticed when I picked it up from its other area that it was very, very dry. If it's lightweight, you know you have to water, okay? There's nothing that's going, y'all, this thing was felt like a feather. That's how long it's been since we watered it, all right? But every 6 months, every 4 months, every 4 weeks, you want to apply your granular fertilizer. If it's 4 weeks to 6 weeks, you want to apply it, okay? It's very, very important. When it comes to fertilizer tea, I'm going to show you something. Especially with Dr. Earth products, it shows you how to do it. So, what you just saw me, I'm just going to repeat myself again today. Again, what you just saw me do today was I added way more than what I needed. Because my thing is, our fruit, I have noticed this time was not only, it was not getting enough sun, but it wasn't getting enough water, okay? And it also is used to being right here in this location around this time where the fruit itself was a little bit smaller than usual. So I knew something was wrong. And I said, I'm trying to give it some extra food because it needs it, okay? But I want you guys to understand that my supervisor, I think he's trying to tell me it's time to go. So, is it time to go, sir? Yeah. It's time to go. Well, since he said it's time to go, we're going to go have some lunch, and we're going to enjoy the rest of our day. And we would like to say thank you to everybody who has subscribed, who has liked our channel, who has liked our videos, who has commented and shared their love and support to our channel. Little NJ and Lady NJ, we would like to say thank you to everyone who has been there. And we want to say, make sure you follow us on Instagram and Facebook, guys. We are on there. You can post any type of information of your garden on our Facebook page. It doesn't matter if it's in the ground or in containers. You will have so much fun. It's open forum. As long as you don't expose no negativity, it is fine. But we want to say thank you all for watching. Until next time, say we'll see you later. Say bye. See you later. We'll say bye. Peace. We'll see you next one.